Hello, everybody. I am actually redoing this recording from last night because if you were on, it was cutting out and the recording was missing parts of it, which I didn't realize until today. So I'm going to go over what we talked about last night. Obviously, if you're new to the business or maybe you kind of fallen off and you're restarting, this is going to be an awesome refresh. I'm going to go over the resources and tools that you have to be successful in your business, to go after those bonuses, how to earn them, and enroll in all the things. So I am going to click screen share just so that I don't forget to do that. And I'm going to show you everything you need. Okay, so I just want to introduce myself to those of you who might not know me. My name is Jessica Cook. I'm a double diamond going for triple. I've been in the business for 8 years, so I've definitely learned things and failed and learned how to do things that work. And so, you guys, when I started, I had no idea what I was doing. I was so nervous and skeptical, thinking that this wouldn't work for me, but I was willing to give it a try. I think one of the big things when you first start and decide to click the button is knowing why you're starting it. Yes, lots of us start for $200, $500 full-time income, but it's what the money gives us that's really the powerful part. I know for me, my daughter was 5 days old when I started, and I just didn't want to put her in daycare when she was so little, miss out on first moments that I would never get back, pay someone else to raise her, rush in the morning, getting ready, stressing, commuting, working, and coming home being so tired at the end of the day, literally to make pennies on the dollar. And I wanted to be able to help my husband. We were at certain points in our life where our credit card was maxed out and we couldn't even afford to get past the interest payment. So we were in this like hamster wheel. And so not putting groceries back on the shelf and having just more for ourselves, and for our daughter was kind of where it all started. So maybe you want more for your family. Maybe you want to be able to go on that trip that you've always dreamt of. Maybe you want to afford that house that you've always wanted, but you just can't do it. This business, even if it's something on the side, it's flexible, relieves that stress, and allows us to live more life. And more than that, in time, of course, like there is no limit to what this business is capable of giving you. So that being said, is I almost actually quit a couple of times because I would just felt like discouraged. I didn't know what I was doing. I was in fear of like, what if I fail? And then just realizing, okay, well, what if I succeed? You know, I'm either quitting and going back to that other lifestyle, or I'm going to find solutions to what I need to make this work for me. And so I'm going to show you all those things. There's 4 core income producing activities that if you can do them as many times as you want to, it's going to give you what you need. So the first one is turning on your open sign every day, putting up a post and putting up a story, highlighting a product or business in some way so people know you're open for business. I'm going to show you how to get resources for those, because when I started, I had no idea what to post, or where to find them. And the second one is host a post. We can only do so much with our immediate network. I didn't have social media at all when I started. I started like brand new on my page. I asked my enroller, how do I change my profile picture? And she was like, oh my gosh. So if you're already on social and you have like a friend base, just know that you're ahead of me and you can do it too. So host to post wasn't a thing when I started, but what host to post is when someone else puts a post on their wall for you and all of their friends see it, and you're getting so much more of an audience, and the ones who are interested are coming to you. So that's number 2. And that's where we enroll 80% of our customers and distributors. So you definitely want to learn host to post. Third one is growing our network. So like I said, I didn't know anyone when I first started, so I had to grow and build a business. You know, would you rather have 50 people, your friends and family in your store each day, or would you rather have 5,000 people? Like, we're open in so many countries and there's so many people looking for what we have to offer. So you always want to grow, and then following up. Those are our core 4 things that we do each day. So we get out the content, we're consistent with that. We have people to message from our posts, our stories, our hosted posts. We check in with them, and then we start over brand new. Just like if you were going to go to work, you clock in, you do what you need to do to get that paycheck, and then you do it again the next day. So I'm going to dive into posting first, and we're going to go into boards. If you do not have boards, definitely you need it. So let me know. You can personal message me. But in here has everything at your fingertips. So posting 101 for me, when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, okay, what am I going to post about? You get to choose which products that you want to promote, and they're literally pretty much all in here. I would go and read these 2 posting tips, okay? And then watch this video. It shows you how to take some picture content. I did not know how to take pictures or felt comfortable. There's all different ways that you can learn how to do this as well. There's 50 content ideas. So if you're like, I don't know where to start, there's ideas for you. There's a calendar that you can just follow along step by step. But under product posts is what you have resources here. So if I woke up and I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm going to post, open product post. Okay, I'm going to post about the coffee today. So I'm going to click on the coffee, and all these posts are here. You can just pick one. Go through a couple of them and be like, oh, I really like the wording on that one. Pick a yummy, appetizing photo. Someone sees something that they like and they're like, oh, that looks good. They're going to stop. They're going to read the caption versus a picture of the packaging or a bag of product or a bottle of product. One little tip that I wish I knew in the beginning is to try to avoid the picture of the packaging. People are so tech savvy nowadays, they'll just Google it. They'll go shop online, not knowing that obviously you're posting because you want to help someone with their health goals and have them coming through you. Secondly, is sometimes people don't want to share that they have, you know, they need income, or that they need help with weight management, or they're struggling. So they'll just go online. They're like, oh, I don't want to bother Jessica. I'll just go and shop and Google it. No, you want them to come to you. So a yummy, appetizing photo and some wording to go alongside it. Okay. What else in here? I just want to make sure I'm not missing my notes. So there's other leaders that you can follow to kind of see what top income producers are doing on their pages. And you are allowed to steal any of my posts, any of their posts. We all market the same kind of product. So you can utilize those resources as well and recreate it and make your own. I always recommend being a product of the product. You get your kit when someone else can see you using it, and you don't need huge results in order to promote. I was nursing. Mackenzie was 5 days old. I didn't use any of the products until I was 5 months in, but I knew the ingredients I could read. They were phenomenal. High quality, obviously now, clinically proven. So they're proven to work. And then we have so many before and after photos, testimonials to back all that up. So it gives me the confidence in knowing what I'm posting. And it's not necessarily about me. I want to help someone else find a solution. So people will come to you from certain posts that appeal to others. You kind of have to just share what we offer. Okay, so business posts, we get paid 2 ways, you guys: signing customers and signing distributors. You don't have to have distributors in order to make income with this. I'm going to show you the different ways we get paid after. But obviously, if you want to, customers are addition, distributors are multiplication. When you can teach someone else how to do what you're doing, 1, you're helping someone, it feels amazing. And 2, they're doing what you're doing and you're multiplying your paycheck. So sharing about the business, and again, you don't have to have made $1 million in order to share about the income opportunity. Most people who join are looking for an extra $200 to $500 a month. They have full-time jobs, they just want some side money. So posting about our bonuses on Thursday, how we have flexibility, my office view. When I first started, I would post my office view. Me and my kids at the park, me and my kids at the pool, me and my kids playing inside. I would get messages from people being like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck inside at my job, like sitting in a cubicle or sitting in an office or inside a building. I wish I would be able to work from the beach. So it doesn't even talk about money. It just talks about flexibility and the fun and the support you have within the team. Small wins add up, especially when you're first starting. So there's hundreds and hundreds of posts in here. You just have to kind of read through and be inspired and pick what you want to post for the day. Right up at the top, if you're like, well, I don't know what to write, there's kind of fill in the blanks. You can click on it. It's a pre-written post, and then there's little brackets that you can kind of fill in little details about yourself, so it's more personal. Getting yourself on your page can be scary. I remember taking my first picture of myself. Usually I'm the one taking the photo. I hate being in them, but I'm like, okay, I could be brave 1 to 2 days a week and get this done. Another tip, and if you guys aren't taking notes yet, I highly, highly recommend it. You can do like a content day on your slowest day of the week, whatever that might look like for you. Sunday before the work week starts. Change your shirt a couple of times and go and take pictures in the kitchen, one outside, one here, one there. And so you have all of your content. Usually I'm a hot mess mom for most of the time. My pictures, a lot of them are pre-taken. Secondly, is if you have your Facebook on digital creator mode, you can actually what's it called? Preload your posts so that they will actually post for you even while you're at work through the whole week. You can get your content ready. And then the posting part of it is pretty much done. Okay. All right. And before we head into stories, one last thing to think about is when you put up a post, and say you're someone who posts and shares quite a bit, you put up your coffee post in the morning and then you share 10 other posts, that actually pushes your content down and won't get as many views. So if I could give little tips, be selective with what you post. And if you're sharing someone else's post, instead of sharing it, that actually draws other people to their page. Take the picture, take the wording, copy and paste it, and post it like you posted it. And then people are going to be sharing to your page and more people are going to be coming to you. When I first started, I didn't know what to post. And so when you scrolled my news feed, it was like a catalog. It works, it works, it works, it works. I recommend splitting it up. Put a picture of what you ate that day. I know that sounds silly, like who wants to know what I eat, but people do, and you'll get support on them. There's foodies out there. What are you wearing today? There's fashion people out there. Post about your kids, your pets, your garden, your hobbies. Inspirational quotes, funny memes, whatever your style is in between your business posts. So as people scroll, they kind of get an idea of what you like and who you are, especially because there's going to be a lot of people outside of your circle of your friends that are going to come to your page and they can get a feeling for you. Okay. Now we're going to move on to posting stories. Sorry. So I'll show you what stories are because some people who are new don't know this. I did not know when I started. So when you scroll down on Facebook this way, this is your news feed. This is all your friends post. These up here, these are story slides, pictures and videos. A lot of people will tap and swipe through stories versus scrolling their newsfeed. So you always want to post to your stories each day. They expire after 24 hours. So it's a nice way to highlight something and then it's gone and then there's something new. Keeps things nice and fresh and fun. Okay. So I'm going to go into stories under story slides. And again, all the products are here for you to use. I'm going to click on the coffee. So say I put up a coffee post this morning. I'm like, okay, I'm going to put up a story. You don't need to know how to make all these pretty marketing graphics and things like that. There's before and after pictures, testimonials, yummy things. I would say pick 3 to 5 that kind of flow together. When I put my story up, it is the benefits, before and after, and a testimony, and then some kind of call to action that says, message me for my discount, or click on this poll for info, something along those lines. Okay. Short and simple, so effective. And this should only take 10 minutes. So for the business part of it, normally you can do your core 4 in 10 minutes. Your first one, post in a story, it's there, boom, it's up. Open sign is on. Awesome. I'm going to go back. And again, you want to share about the business as well. There is business slides in here. Top leader examples. This is a good reference of how to create your own content and different categories that you can pick from to highlight different areas of the business each day. Okay. Pinterest is also a really good story resource. You can go there and search It Works Coffee Story. It Works Gummy Story. It Works Cleanse Stories. And there's ones that are pre-made in there that are updated all the time from a whole bunch of other people you can use. And then Telegram, this one I would use is Christy Christensen. She's like the top 3 or 4 income earner in our whole company. A lot of them are US, so just make sure that you're posting appropriately for your country. But you can click on the story title at the top and click media, and there's thousands of stories in there too. Okay. One little tip before we move on. So again, notes are key. These people in my story right at the front are ones who most recently posted. So if you can get into the habit of putting up your story about your product in the morning, wait 2 hours, 3 hours, whenever you have the next bit of time, throw up a positive quote, take a picture of something, you know, and repost, all of a sudden your story slide goes back to the front of everyone's stories and you'll get more views. So if you can do that every couple hours through the day, it'll really up your story views. Mine were extremely low when I first started. So there's a little tip for adding engagement. Okay. You want to make sure your story archive is turned on because stories disappear after 24 hours. Then you can go back and see the people who viewed them. So many of my potentials come from my story views. Even if people don't love it or they don't comment or message me about it, I always reach out. Hey, I saw you checked out my story yesterday about my coffee. Just getting back to everyone. Were you interested in a little info too? And most people will be like, yeah, actually, sure, send me info. Alrighty. Same about the business opportunity. Okay. Oops. Went back too far. What are we on to next? So, host a post, aka HAPS, is right here. And obviously that is when someone else puts a post on their wall for you. So I'm going to open this folder. This is one of the ones that I obviously use the most because it brings in the most income. When you're reaching out to people, I would recommend utilizing your Facebook friends list. Just be brave and reach out to people. I know that for myself, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sweating, sending messages. But honestly, I'm not asking them to purchase or join my team. I'm offering them the chance to get a free entry into my cash draw. And for the most part, people will be like, yeah, sure, I can post for you. It's like, hey, I don't know if you've seen, I just launched my new business. I'm really excited. I have a $400 giveaway for my friends this month. Anyone who helps with a referral and puts up a post gets a free entry. Did you want to get your name in? There's a whole bunch of different examples. Go in there and pick one that you like and just personalize them. So there's a couple of different spots that you can ask for host to post as well. So this comes in time with utilizing boards, working alongside your enroller. Okay, so one step at a time. Once they say yes to posting, okay, great, here's the post. Just copy and paste it on your page. Let me know when it's up. And you can send them any one of these. This folder is right here is my favorite. Gummy and Thermophyte X, these are the ones that work the best for me. These 3 product ones. I love this one because it introduces more than one product. 2 is that we have Gummy and Thermophyte X in our business builder kit. So if you're talking to a potential who wants it, I started because I wanted the wraps and my girlfriend asked me, do you want to use the products as a customer and get the discount? Or do you want the same discount as a distributor to get the products for free and you can make money? And so people don't realize they have that opportunity. Some might love their jobs and say no. Some will be like, oh, I didn't realize, like, yeah, if I'm getting the product for free, like, who couldn't use extra income? So that's there. So they put their post up on their page and boom, you guys, you started your day, you turned on your open sign with the products and you got up some referrals. More people are going to be seeing it. So the next thing that we're going to do is obviously have those customer conversations. So I know for me, I was like, what do I say? I don't know what to do. And again, your enroller should be walking you through your first couple of conversations, but under product info and scripts, there's all the scripting on what the products do, the pricing. So I'm going to dive into the coffee because we're kind of sticking on that one. And this is it. Hey, I saw your comment on my post or my story or Sally's post about my coffee. You're interested in info? That is all. Just the icebreaker message. Allow them to say yes. Okay, great. Here's the benefits. Is that sounding good? Yes. Awesome. I'm looking for some people to do a review. I'm giving my savings. Would you be interested? Transitioning into the price and then helping them order. again, as you walk through these steps with your enroller, then you go into boards and you see them. You're like, oh my gosh, it was here the whole time. And you literally just follow one step at a time. Okay. If anyone asks you for the list of ingredients, they're always at the bottom right here. Okay. So for host to post, I know that it is one of those things that takes effort. And obviously it produces the most, but in giving some realistic numbers to set you up for success, I would say out of 10 host to posts that I get up, half of them will get no comments. And normally it's the person doesn't have a large network, maybe they don't post often enough, so they don't get views. But the other 5 will get comments. And if I'm consistent getting up my 10, I will sign a customer almost 100% every single time. So if you're like, I would love that. So just kind of know your numbers. If you're only getting 2 up a day, progress is going to be slower. So aim to get up 3 to 5 each day. And consistency is so key. Some days will hit and you're going to get lots of comments. Some are going to be a little bit slower. But that's the growth when you're building a business and you're building your potentials funnel. Also, it feels so rewarding when someone else posts for you and they win. I can't even tell you how many times like a mom was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I won. Like, this is incredible for my family. Or she posted and someone became a customer from her post that maybe they were on like a pre-diabetic waiting list. They needed to lose weight for surgery. They were a mom that needed more energy and more confidence. And when you can help someone with that, sending the scary messages is so rewarding, and you're also helping your family and you're earning income at the same time. So just trust in the process and send the messages. Alrighty. So before we switch over, so this is for product and for customers. Down here is for DT, which stands for distributors. If you are choosing to build and sign a team member, which I always recommend helping someone else, it feels so good. PDT is potential distributor conversation and script. So if someone comments on your business post that you put up or anything along those lines, then this is where you have the conversation. And it's almost the same as the customer conversation. Thanks for commenting on earning income. You're interested? Yes. Okay, here's what it is. Is that sounding good? Yes. Great. Tell me about you. What kind of income are you looking to make? Send this picture of how much they can earn per month. And then asking what time that they have towards it. Introduce how we get paid and when are they wanting to get started. Okay, these are the free products that you get. So I know that there's a lot here, but it really is, okay, I'll send step number 1. Just start with step number 1 and wait for the reply back and then say, okay, step number 2. Also, your enroller will be walking you through your first couple conversations. So then you're going to see that the wording is essentially the same and it's all going to make sense. All right. Okay. So once we're having the conversations, I want to give you guys a little stat because I think this was so important for me when I felt discouraged about having a conversation and excited that I thought someone was going to sign up on the spot. And normally it takes a while. So I just want you to think about how many times did that person have to follow up with you and provide information before you said yes. If you signed up on day number 1, I'm surprised, and we love people like you, but it's very rare. So where is it? Right here. So I'm going to give you some stats, okay? 2% of sales are made on the first follow-up. So that's messaging them and providing information, okay? 3% of sales are made on the second contact. So once you give them the pricing and that kind of thing. 5% of sales are made on the third contact. So if at that point they haven't replied to the cost yet, I remember I used to be like, oh, it's too much for them. They're not replying back to me. Most of the time, if you think about it in their perspective, they might not have the money and they don't want to say they don't have it. So as we go through the follow-ups in a second, I'm going to give you some tips. 10% of sales are made on the 4th contact. 80% of sales are made after the 5th contact. Okay, so that just gives you like a huge perspective and being like, oh my gosh, now there's one little last thing. 40% of distributors do not follow up. So if you're only banking on 2% because you only message them one time, that's a very small margin. So be the 52% that do follow up and your success rate's going to go up. 12% of distributors only do up to 3 follow-ups. Okay, so now at 3 follow-ups, you're at 5%. And then it goes to 10, and then it goes to 80. So be really consistent with your follow-ups. I always like to give this coffee analogy. When I was a server and you go around with coffee, would you like me to top you up? And if someone said, no, I'm good right now, I would be like, oh my gosh, I'm nagging them. I'm such a horrible person. I felt good making sure that I was taking care of my customer. And if they were ready, that's okay. I'll come back when you're ready. And you kind of circle back around and you still offer it a second time. And if they say, no, I'm okay right now, that's okay. It's when that 5th time, that 80% that you go back around, and if you're like, oh, I don't want to bug them anymore, they already told me no, then all of a sudden they're looking and they're like, where is my server? You know what I mean? And then they're going to flag someone else down because you weren't there to keep giving them the customer service. So always make sure that you're doing that. For myself, what I find works the best is one, within 24 to 48 hours of sending them information, you want to make sure that you're checking back in with them if they haven't responded back. Hey, Sally, just wanted to message you about that info that I sent over. Any questions about it, or is it looking good? Odds are she has a question. Most of the time I get, oh, shoot, yeah, sorry, I was really busy yesterday. How much is it? So many times. Okay. People are the most impulsive, the most excited within 24 to 48 hours before their brain is thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know, should I, shouldn't I? So you don't want to leave your follow-ups too long. And again, customer service, if I left a message on an answering machine for a nail salon, and they didn't get back to me the next day, I would message someone else and I would go somewhere else, right? If we're looking to shop, we want it. So your day 1 follow-ups are here. If I message someone and ask them if they have any questions and they still don't respond, not a lot of people are on social all the time. Or that, that pay thing that I said, maybe that they don't have the money yet. Follow-up Friday is huge for enrollments because a lot of people have been waiting to get paid to purchase. So when we message them first and we say, hey, I'm putting all my orders in for the weekend. I know we talked about your 10-pound goal with the gummy. Is now a better time for you to get started? Odds are you're going to get some yeses in there. All right. Or maybe that paycheck doesn't align. They're just not ready to get started. A lot of customers, when I check in at month end and say, hey, I'm getting all my clients set up so they have what they need for a brand new month is now a better time. Are you wanting to get set up with that discount that I talked about? And you can get your results. A lot of people are like, okay, yes, I need to get started on my goal. So there's 3 follow-ups for you right there. And then promotions are an awesome follow-up. If someone's not ready, sometimes all they need is that extra 20% off, that free product. So we can check in on promotions each month and let them know about the sales. And there are message examples down there. But again, reach out to your enroller. And if you're not in our daily task chat on Messenger, make sure to get in there. We have like a daily to-do list. So we kind of hold each other accountable. Do your follow-ups. Did you post today? Did you do your story today? Did you get your hacks out today? And yes. Okay. Growing your network. This is one of our core 4 because if we're not growing, and I was terrified 8 years ago when online dating was like, oh my gosh, you're online dating with strangers. And now it's like everyone dates online. Everyone knows people online. And when a stranger comes up to us and is like, hey, how's it going? You're like, oh my gosh, who are you, strange person? So you want to grow your network, your business. Like I said, would you rather have 50 people or 5,000 people? And there's a couple of different places that you can do it. Host to post being number 1. As you're getting those host to posts out, you're already tackling growing your network and taking one of your core 4. So you're As you're happing, you're getting customers, you're growing your network, you're getting distributors. And then my recommendation, Facebook only allows you to add 50 people a day. And then they're like, okay, you have reached your daily limit. If I had known that, I told my enroller, I'm only going to add 5 people because it's a lot for me. Would be just to be brave. If you had a store, a restaurant, there would be strangers coming in all the time. So you can decide which posts that you want to make public, make private, who you want to accept as your friend, who you want to send a request to. I love to go to my news feed and scroll and say I saw my girl like Jen had a birthday party with her friends. I'll just show you really quickly. So I scroll until I find a post to someone who's not a distributor. Just let me find one. I have so many distributor ones. Okay, so Sydney posted that she had lobster last night, which looks delicious. So I would go comment on this, and it has 43 likes on it. So I'm going to click the likes. And I'm going to scroll down, and all these people are not my friend yet. Sandra, we have 13 mutual friends. Annika, they're around my age range. They have a picture of them. I only add women. If they have kids, even better. I have kids. Let's connect. Ginny, Gladys, Misty, oops. Stephanie, Donna, Andrea. I just added 10, like you can just add 10 people. So I can literally add 50 people to my network in 10 minutes. And that's why I said the beauty of this business can be fit in 10-minute increments. You can get your core 4, your posts done in 10 minutes. On your lunch break, okay, I have 10 minutes. Oh, added 50 people, done. Oh, I have 10 minutes. I'm going to go and send post-to-post messages for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to follow up for 10 minutes. So it's like, it works when you work it. That's all I have to say. And you can fit it in anywhere while you're laying in bed before you go to sleep. I work this business sick, pregnant, traveling, all the things. And that comes down to one of the other, I find it is kind of a core action, is mindset and self-development. If we don't have the motivation, if we have stress, if we have anxiety, if we don't have courage, I did not feel confident when I first started. You have to build that mindset muscle. You're a business owner, so it takes more than just, it takes more when there's no boss telling you what to do. You kind of have to tell it to yourself. And it's hard because we can say, oh, I'm not good at this. Oh, I don't know. Like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work for me. What if it does? It will work for you. I can do this. You have to really pump yourself up. And I would just go to YouTube first thing in the morning when you're going to work and search 5-minute motivational video. You have time for 5 minutes to have someone cheer you on, pump you up, that you can absolutely be a successful rock star, bringing in that income that you want, have that life of abundance, have the more flexibility for your family. Like, you can do it. So there's videos there as well. There's short ones, there are ones that are a little longer. Podcasts, so good. Ashley Mayfield, she is a top 10 income earner in our company. She has her own podcast. So good. Ed Milet, one of my favorites as well. You pretty much have to go in and listen and find one that you're like, man, this is really good. Books and Audible. So there's different categories here. Maybe you need, this is where I started, some inspiration. You're a Badass by Jen Sincero is free on YouTube. You don't have to pay for an Audible. But Audibles are nice because you can listen to it while you're driving to and from work. It's a great place to start. While you're folding laundry, while you're doing dishes, while you're cooking dinner. Put something on that's going to make you feel good. The Power of One More is one of my favorites. And another I just finished is called The Gap in the Gain. If you're someone who you're like, I just want to get into a positive mindset and feel better, Gap in the Gain. There's marriage ones, there's mom ones, time management ones. So pick something that you feel you need and head in there. Alrighty. Once you start signing distributors, I recommend diving into the leadership one. I totally wish that I would have done that earlier in my business so that I knew how to properly lead myself, as well as leading others. Because I know when I signed my first distributor, I was like, I was nervous. And my first distributor was my coworker, and my second one was my sister. And the other one, my third one was my best friend. So once you sign a distributor, now that we're talking about this a little bit, is launching newbies. So if you're like, I don't know what to do if I sign someone up, click on the training launching distributors, their first day, step number 1. Everything in here is laid out step by step. And if you're on my team, we probably went through this. Go log into your eSuite. Oh my gosh, you sent me those instructions. Go install these apps. This is what it looks like. Okay, perfect. Next step, this is host to post. It kind of explains it. So you can even go through this training as well if you're wanting kind of a more step by step. And each one of those board files that I showed you, there's a little kind of snippet of training videos on them if you want a little bit more info for yourself. Go through these as your distributor's going through these, okay? And sometimes they do switch around a little bit because our business changes at times, so I have to update them and all that stuff. Okay, let's talk about money. How to earn income. Because once we start signing those customers and distributors, if you don't really have a game plan of how to achieve the income goal you're looking for, you're just signing people up, which is okay. Because if you're signing a lot, it's going to grow no matter what. But if you kind of know how and you go under charts and trackers, there's all the different ranks, but we're going to start simple with this. So if you are in your first 3 full calendar months, you are eligible for 4 and a friend bonuses. So you don't have to have distributors. For customers with a certain amount of sales is a $67 bonus. And these are paid out every single Thursday once you earn one, and they're unlimited. So even if you were like, okay, I just want an extra $100 a month, do this once. That's going to give you $67 plus your commissions that you're going to be paid on it as well. If you're wanting to do this once a week, just based off of customers, 4 customers a week, that's over $250, just customers. So if that's your goal, that's a great place to start. And those customer bonuses never go away. They're always there. But if you're in your first 3 full calendar months, if you complete 4 customers and then you sign 1 distributor, you get an additional $133 bonus. So that's what we call 4 and a friend. 4 customers, 1 distributor within a 30-day period. That's $200 in bonuses plus commissions. And again, those are unlimited. So you can set your goal as 1 4 and a friend a month, 1 customer a week, 1 distributor a month in there somewhere, $200. Or you're like, I would love to make $200 a week. Okay, I know that I need to get 4 customers and a distributor every single week. That's 2, 4, 6, 800. That's like $1,000 a month. So if your goal is $1,000 a month, you can kind of set it up for that for yourself. Bonus, if you do a 4 and a friend 3 times in your first 90-day, your first 3-month period, you get an additional $469 biller bonus. So again, you guys, there's so many ways that we earn, and you can kind of break it up in the way that you want to pay yourself. You are your own boss. You set your income. The amount of action you take towards that income is up to you, based off of the things we just talked about. So now if that is the simplified version and that's all that you want for yourself, perfect. I am going to take it up a notch as well, because some people want to just make side income and some people want to make part-time and some want to make full-time income. So just to show you the options of what you can achieve, this is Ruby and a roadmap to achieve $300 to $500 a month residually. Okay, so that's not including bonuses. This is now, we're talking about monthly pay. Okay, so you know how we talked about 4 and a friend? If you do it 3 times, this boxes you for a Ruby promotion. So the way I think of it is like you're joining the business and you're an employee, and then you want to become an assistant manager. Usually there's only 1 assistant manager. Good thing is you can make yourself that at any time. So Having 3 people starting your business, you put their names here. You guys, coworker, sister, best friend, ask anyone, offer anyone the opportunity, but you should be posting about the business anyway. These are the customers that you need in order to achieve that rank. You have to have a certain amount of sales with those 3 distributors. So this says 2 gummies and aloe. Like I said, I love the 2 gummies and Thermophyte X. It's the exact same thing, but that is part of our kit. So as you're getting a post about the gummy and Thermophyte X, talking to people who want to reach their health goals, you can offer them, do you want to earn income at the same time? Out of these 25 people, I guarantee you there's going to be some yeses in there. So you just have to be consistent, and just keep going. And there's people that they'll achieve this Ruby rank in their first month. So that's $1,000 in bonuses plus the $300 to $500 a month residually. Okay. Now, if you're like, I would love to make $1,000 a month, do this twice. Or you can do this one your first month, do it once your second month, you doubled your income. Do it once your third month, you just tripled your income, and now you're at your income goal that you're looking for, over $1,000 a month. But just know that it obviously takes time to build your business. So be consistent and keep on going, and you can reach your goal. So if you're wanting to go diamond and make over $2,000 a month, that's when you unlock a second layer of our compensation plan. You actually earn more bonuses, which I'm not going to get into in this video because it's for newbies. But if you do this 3 times, you're essentially set up for diamond and that income. So you can achieve anything in this business. And I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to really, encourage you to go and do your Core 4 today. Don't say, I'm going to start it tomorrow. Go into boards, find a post, put it on up. Go find a story, put it on up. Go find a host to post message, send 30 messages out. That's going to set you up for tomorrow, and you'll have those conversations starting. And then tomorrow, you're still going to be doing it anyway. So I hope that all made sense to everybody. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. I know for me that I had so many questions. So reach out to your enroller and ask them. If you're feeling discouraged, overwhelmed, stuck, I have felt them all. Go do some of that mindset for one. And then reach out. And if you're feeling stuck with something, odds are I was stuck with it, and I know that I have a solution for you, and we can work through things together so you can achieve the goal that you're wanting for yourself and for your family. So have an awesome day, and I will see you all later.